Hey viewers, welcome to another game with the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between Bomber once again as the Terran in the top left and Hurricane as the Protoss in the bottom right. So this is from WCS Korea, the World Championship Series I believe, and it is Korean versus Korean. So we have seen some pretty good games already, well actually great games, different strategies than we normally see, and that is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm looking forward to doing more of these Korean commentaries. Now that, the Korean games are starting to kind of get out there. The first season wasn't uploaded at all as replays. So yeah, that was a Korean only event. I guess people didn't really watch that outside of Korea. Or they only watched the VODs. But now they are putting out those... those nice replays, and yeah, I can actually cast them now, which is excellent. So as you can see, standard opening, both of them just producing some workers. There's not a lot you can do with the Terran and Protoss. I guess you can move forward and try to build your barracks, for example, close to the enemy's base, but it's not a very common strategy, especially because it's risky. I mean, this is a large map, and if you get two SCVs, for example, and transfer them all the way across the map to build your barracks, like, I don't know, over here or something like that. Oh, over here? I don't know. Yeah, that would be very costly for you if it fails. Well, even if it succeeds, it's very costly. So you would have to get a whole lot done before you can actually, make that work. And as you can see, the barracks is still not up. Even though the gateway is already underway. So if you would do that, then you would, even with two barracks out now, and you would get, I don't know, some marines out, I don't know, something like that, you would already have to fight against the gateway units, which can be chrono boosted out. And yeah, the risk is, if you get discovered prior to, actually doing something, then yeah, you're completely screwed. Anyhow, we have the SCV scout almost coming in here. It is obviously just going to scout around. It's there's nothing available to defeat it right this moment. We are going to get a cybernetic score out, and of course that means a stalker will come in to just do its thing, kill this SCV and be done with it. And we're going to get the wargate research on, and of course that is kind of your priority at this moment. Reactor coming out on the barracks, which means that even though we have, and here they are, no, that's not him, this is it. We have the Reaper out. It is not yet in the base. It is going to take quite a while, in fact, to get into the base, and I don't know why it's lagging so hard. It's jumping between 60 FPS, which is kind of the highest that it can get, and about 6 FPS, which is of course when it's it looks like it's lagging, and that is just crappy. The probe almost got stuck there. It lost quite a bit of health, and actually, no health lost on those SCVs. This SCV was getting taken down. Of course, that is what triggered the probe to go in there. So in that little corner, that was pretty risky. Could have lost the probe there, which would have kind of resulted in a deficit on his part. And we are going to see whether this Reaper can actually get anything done. It seems that it takes a lot of damage here, and then it's going to run out, group up with the rest of the army, probably stand on this watchtower. That's not the watchtower, dude. Well, whatever. So he kind of misclicked there a little bit. Now he has it. Yeah, it is going to regenerate, of course, because that's what Reapers do. And once it regenerated, it can now group up with the army once they kind of get in there. So once the army comes by here, he's going to group up with it. The mothership core, it will shoot down the Reaper. That's why the Reaper is going to go to the other one, I guess. No? Well, this one is the better watchtower to hold. It's going to dodge the mothership core, and that's it. The mothership core is about as fast as the Reaper. Reaper is a little bit quicker. But yeah, you still take a lot of damage from it, and you really don't want that. Plus, now our blue player here has no clue that there's a Reaper on the field right here, because he just couldn't find it. So he's going to assume that the Reaper is somewhere else, even though the Reaper was there and actually spotted the mothership core. Wow, lucky there. Yeah, he got really lucky that he had that mothership core right there. And the Reaper might actually take some more damage. No, it's just going to heal back up. It's going to just scout around once again. So we do have an observer coming out now. Observer is going to just sit in that base, or well, in the front of the base more likely, just to scout around and see what's happening. Yeah, it is going to go over here, just see what's up in the army-wise. We have 3 bunkers coming up. We have a number of SCVs, Marines coming up, and this Reaper is still trying to get some scouting information as well as just do some damage. And it is now going to go right back in, but now it's going to die. There's really no way to escape from these stalkers. Wow, there was actually some nice physics there. You could see how it exploded halfway through that jump. And I actually got a really nice ragdoll effect going. I don't know where the observer is. It should be right here, yeah. There you go. The blue is kind of hard to spot on the green. But there are 2 observers, wow. 2 observers, and therefore he gets a very safe drop here. And wow, yeah, he actually could have gotten some damage done if those Marines were right there to clean it up, and I don't think he got anything done there. 5 workers killed. Okay, that's better than I anticipated. But yeah, he got some damage done, but I thought that these Marines were fast enough to actually prevent anything from happening. The factory is over here. It wants to trade with the starport, I guess. Although, no, it already traded, of course. Yeah, he just keeps it hanging around. It doesn't really matter. And it's going to float over now. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. The Reaper seems to have finally gone down. Obviously, I missed that, but, you know. Oh no, I didn't miss that. Ah, that was over here. Yeah. Never mind. My memory just completely blanking. Yeah, we have an Immortal out. We are going to produce some more of those, I'm assuming. And we are going to get a Dark Shrine out. So a sneaky Dark Templar. And of course with a pylon somewhere. He could actually do that right in the base or right next to the base. But as you can see, nice scouting with those supply depots. Once again, getting those supply depots in all of the edges of the map. And yeah, he does see that this army is coming out. So the army is consisting mostly of Marines. We have 2 medevacs only, and that is not a lot. But do we have enough to hold this off? He does know that this is coming, but he has a very, very small army. He invested a lot in technology, and this Colossus is going to complete in time. So that is excellent, because Colossi are of course very, very good against the Marines. And with only 2 medevacs here, he's only going to be able to heal up 2 of the Marines at the same time. And yeah, he is going to lose 1 of the pylons and now some probes, but might actually just lose this base very likely. Yeah, there's really nothing he can do against that. So are we going to at least clean this up? No. The medevacs are going to get out of there and really have no problem cleaning that up. Very nicely played. The Nexus immediately rebuilt, of course, because he wants to keep that from happening again, or rather, he wants to keep his income from dropping for a long time. And we are going to get a warp prism here. He might actually just use that for scouting at this moment. So yeah, he is going to just scout with that. And it goes down instantly. That was a shame. Could have warped in some Dark Templar, just to make sure that that he could actually defend that. or at least get some damage done. But yeah, Dark Templar, of course, they're sneaky units, and once you reveal them, there's going to be a scan coming out, and as you can see, he has plenty of energy for that, because scans cost 50 energy. So he does have that available. He does know that there are Dark Templar out, so that's why he's stacking up his energy a little bit. He has 2 scans available for now. And of course, 2 scans is plenty to deal with the Dark Templar. Unless you stagger them, so send them in one at a time, because you need to scan every one of them. So if you have 3 Dark Templar and you send them in at the same time, obviously they're going to do more damage, but they're also going to die in the same scan. So if you send them in one by one, you're going to have to scan as the Terran player. You're going to have to scan the first one. Then once the scan is up, you send in the second one, and then the Terran will have to scan again. And then the third one, yeah, there will not be a scan available for that one. So that would kind of suck. Yeah, let's see if he can actually defend this, because this base should go down pretty easily. He has a lot of Marauders now. Marauders do extra damage to buildings because they do double damage to armored. And buildings are always armored. I think every building is armored. I'm not sure about desert buildings. Still should have looked that up, but I never really had to, because this always comes up in the Terran versus Protoss, because that is where the Marauders are plentiful. And as you can see, this Terran army just way bigger, and just going to wipe out the base here. Kind of assumed he would go for the other base, but yeah, why go for the side base if you can take out the middle base and then the side base, because there's not going to be any defense coming up. By the way, there are Dark Templar or something. No, it's just a bunch of warped in zealots, and I don't think it's going to matter. But yeah, there are some units in the enemy base as well. They did get cleaned up now, and oh, why would you come in like that? Lost a few units prior to this engagement, and that is just sad. Yeah, there you go. The Terran army just too big, and a very nice composition with all of those Marauders in there. He only has 4 Marauders left, by the way, but yeah, that was plenty, and the rest was all Marines. Decent amount of medevacs this time, but yeah, there was nothing he could do. He just didn't have the army, and I guess that was, well, kind of his undoing. Couldn't really make it work with with only 6 warp gates, and well, he tacked up his units a little bit too much, I have to feel, because he did get the Colossi, he did get the Immortals, but he didn't get enough Stalkers and Zealots, so couldn't hold off the small units, because the small units will take down the big unit eventually. And of course, 1 Colossus would have been enough. And the Immortals really, yeah, they didn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, they're great if you have like 4 of them in an army of Stalkers and Zealots, but they're not very good on their own like they were here. There were just not enough units out, and not enough gateway units out. And even though the amount of workers killed is pretty much, well, equal-ish, in 40 to 30, that's still pretty close. Units lost will not show the same thing. Yeah, there you go. So just lost too many units, couldn't produce enough in the gateway units, and yeah, just lost because of that. I think he diversified a little bit too much and tacked up a little bit too much. Dark Templars didn't really do anything, except maybe in this harassment. I don't really know who was sent in to kill all those SCVs, but that's really not why you want to go for Dark Templar. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.